We're live. You are live.
We are live. Yay.
It's such a
I
delay.
love that it's always a surprise to us, guys, by the way. We're over here like, la, la, la.
Okay.
Hi, Dina. We haven't really talked that much this week. What are you doing?
No, we haven't.
Podcast?
We really haven't.
I know. It's weird. Podcast. Oh, cool. So let me tell you what my kid did tonight. It was amazing. I was dying. So Oliver was eating his McDonald's because I'm a horrible mother and I gave him McDonald's for dinner. It's just easier sometimes.
It is. It is.
And it is. That's the truth. So he gets a spoon and me and Will both turn around and we're like, what do you have a spoon for? That's so weird. And he just turns around and goes to us, I'm a serial killer.
I love him.
He just started cracking up. We're just like, but for real, like, what do you have a spoon for? And he's like, I have to stir my Mio. If you don't know what Mio
His
is.
mayo? Oh.
His Mio. It's like those little...
Gotcha.
That's the only way I can get my kid to drink any water. Also...
I hate water too.
I feel him. Also, in other news, Janie... She crawled.
Yay!
Just like a little bit to my mom. Actually, to food. She didn't even really crawl to my mom. She crawled to food.
We use puffs. We use puffs for Sophia. We like put them in a line, and she crawled, picked one up, crawled, picked one up, crawled, picked one up. Okay, all the way to my dad.
Only to your dad, yeah.
I
feel that. Yep. So what's going on with Sophia? How was Rompy this week?
Rompy was awesome. She's like really breaking out of her shell, and it's really cool. It's actually fun going now because like we're not sitting in the corner while she's crying. So.
Oh yeah, that's always a good time.
She's so strong. She like pulls up on the monkey bars and stuff. It's really cool. She's funny.
She does.
I'll have to put like put like videos in or something. I know I can never do the monkey bars either. But so the other night Butler was putting her to sleep. Well, I guess I should say Mike because if his brothers are watching, they go by Butler. I don't know. It's weird. There's a whole lot of Butlers. But
I feel that.
Mike, my husband. It's so weird calling him Mike. So he was
like when I call
I know it's so weird. So he was putting her to bed. He was like changing her and putting her in jammies and stuff. So I like sneak up in the room, right? Like I'm creeping in, like I'm crawling. Her back's turned to I'm crawling, and I crawl. I literally like army crawl all around the bed. And he like lays her down and she's going, where's mommy, daddy? She coming to bed? Where's mommy? And he's like, I don't know where she is. And he knows I'm down. Like he knows. So all of a sudden I like pop up and I go, boo. And like, it was the first time we've heard her like actually like get scared and be like, mommy. But like the way she like did it was so funny. It was just like, ah. We were cracking up for so long. It was cute. It was fun. She was like, mommy, you scared me. So that was the point. That's why I did it. It was so
She's
cute.
Too funny.
She is. She's a little sassy thing.
I know it.
Mm-mm.
She really is. Well, I love our recap for the week. Let's cheers.
Yeah. Cheers.
Boop. Virtual cheers. Boop. What are you drinking?
I'm actually drinking wine.
Yes.
Go figure.
I told you guys she would surprise us.
I just told you what this is. What? Barefoot Rosé? Rose, right?
Rosé.
I'm not a wine drinker, so don't come for me.
Me either. Well, that's why I like the pretty one. I still have my barefoot. Well, you can't even see that. Oh. Listen, people, sorry for the change of scenery here. Dana's been yelling at me that I need an update on my situation.
My cat just scared the crap out of me.
But Jane is asleep. So she's actually in the bedroom sleeping. So I'm in the kitchen because, yes, we only have a 2-bedroom apartment. She's in our room with us. So
that's okay.
Thank you for joining us on episode 3 of Mom's Time to Whine.
Yay. Whee! Super exciting. We are almost a month in. That's crazy. Feels like yesterday.
That is crazy. It doesn't even feel like it's been that long. It doesn't even feel like 3 episodes. It's so weird.
No.
I will probably just be sitting here like this. Welcome to my kitchen. Maybe we'll do like a baking episode one day.
Dude, we should do that. And like we'll follow the same recipe.
Oh my gosh, cool. That'd be so fun. That would be cute.
It'll be like a 4-hour episode.
For real.
It'll be
for real.
Be cool.
Well, this episode is basically about all the things that we said that we wouldn't do before we were moms. But I feel like I said I wouldn't do a lot more things than you. And I became a mom first, so.
That's true. That is true.
It's kind of weird, in a sense. Because I feel like, you just like asked me.
Yeah. So we gotta vote for the baking.
Oh yes, I love that. Maybe at like Christmas. Oh, wouldn't it be cool if we like? What's something that you make at Christmas a lot?
Cookies.
Like that's what you always make. Your family is super Italian. You're telling me you make cookies?
Yeah, we always make cookies.
You don't make cannolis or anything? I know your family's got cannoli sitting there. I know they do.
Well, yeah, we go and buy them.
Oh, you guys don't make that.
No, we don't make that.
Yes, a Christmas. We're gonna take a break around the holidays, but I think a special like Christmas episode would be good. What?
My husband said we are fake Italians.
Agreed. Until I get a homemade cannoli in my life.
You were one of my mom's favorite friends but once I tell her this, girl, you're off the wheel.
I'm off the wheel. She's deleting me out of her contacts. We're done. No, I love your mom. Don't do that to me. My mom loves you. My mom's like obsessed. I remember my mom was like, oh yeah, I see your friend Dana on my Snapchat all the time. And I'm like, but like how?
Yeah.
How? I don't understand.
I don't know.
And then now she like will randomly group chat text us.
Yeah.
My nose is super itchy. Like my allergies are so crazy. They like to think they're real Italian because they scream a lot and do hand gestures. I'm not Italian at all, and I scream a lot and do hand gestures. So I feel like that's just a northern thing.
Yeah.
I don't think that's an Italian thing. I mean, it is. But like,
you test my blood, I'm Italian, so like,
it's in there. It's there.
It's in
you
there.
Test my blood, you're getting a whole lot of nothing. A whole lot of Irish and Polish and German.
I am Irish
mixed with some other stuff. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. My nose is seriously itching so much. Anyway. Stuff that we said that we wouldn't do. We got so sidetracked already. And I also was fancy and you saw me put strawberries in my wine. And it's just wine this time, guys. It's not any mixture. But I feel like Mom is gonna need like some whiskey soon.
Are we really trying to do that? I miss getting drunk with you.
Oh my gosh, so fun. So fun.
Now we have to do it over the internet.
I don't think we've drank in a really long time. No, not in a really long time. Like, for real. Okay. Like, went in.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this thing right here first, right?
iPad? Oh, yeah. That's good.
Tablet.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
tablets. I feel like, in general, I just feel like social media and tablets and all that stuff is like, icky. You know how I used to feel about social media and everything until recently. But I feel like they're a blessing and a curse.
That's for sure.
They're a blessing and a curse. You know, it's like I was like raised by TV. And if my mom's watching this, sorry, but you know, it's true. I was like raised by the television. I knew the slots. Like, we didn't have the internet then. You had to know when your TV shows were on. And my one eyebrow is really freaking me out. If you guys are just listening to this and not watching, like, my one eyebrow is super raised and it's just bugging the crap out of me. Anyway, I have to address it because I keep staring at it. Wait, it's the wrong eye. It's this one. But yeah, like, I was like raised on TV.
Yeah.
Were you? Or no?
I remember watching TV, but I don't know about raised on TV. Like, me and my dad would watch like Saturday afternoon or Saturday morning cartoons. I remember watching like Barney and like stuff like that, but I don't think it was necessarily the babysitter, as people call it now. Because my mom always had somebody, like, so my mom was like me, and she stayed home. Like, she didn't go back to work after she had me.
Yeah.
And then, so I was the first, and then my cousin Danny was born a year later. So when it was time for my aunt and uncle to go back to work, my mom watched.
Oh, so you like Danny. Always had your cousin.
So I had my cousin with me, and then my cousin David was born. I don't know how many. We're 4 years apart, so do the math there. Then he was with us too. So
have I ever met Danny?
At my wedding. He was at my wedding. He wasn't in the wedding, but he was at my wedding. My cousin David was in the wedding.
Yeah. Because David. Yeah, he was just at the baptism.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So I always had my cousins with me, and my mom, like, she would take us outside and go swimming in the pool and, you know, whatever. But we watched TV. Like, I remember her saying, like, telling me, like, oh, I would lay a blanket out, put toys around, and here you go. Here's TV. I'm going to go cook dinner.
Yeah.
Which is fine, you know, like, whatever. I do that with Sophia now, even though I said I wouldn't ever.
Oh, yeah, all the time. Dude, Oliver just started watching Steven Universe again, like, what, 3 days ago? Bro, he's, like, halfway done it, because he's been doing nothing but watching it the past, like, 2 days.
Yeah.
And that's, like, something we will all watch, so it's not really, like, bothersome to me. Right. But we've seen it before. I don't know. I feel like the more I think about stuff, like, this is like a dive when we talk about stuff like from when we were younger, because I have to really dig deep into my memory.
Yeah, me too.
And I feel like I definitely remember always watching Sailor Moon all the time, which I still watch, by the way. I am not you have to really get me on to something good to watch something new, because I will just rewatch all the same stuff all the time. But and Scooby-Doo. Oh man, I watched some Scooby-Doo all the time. And then as I got older, it was like Nick at Night. Like, religiously every night. I've always had insomnia. Show. What?
Remember the George Lopez show? That shit used to come on at like 3 a.m.
Dana, no, we're not talking about that. I'm talking about I Love Lucy and Bewitched and I Dream of Jeannie, not the George Lopez show.
But that was on Nick at Night.
I don't remember that.
Maybe I'm making it up, but I swear it was.
No, I feel like you're not making it up, but maybe that was like after I already grew out of like the Nick at Night stage.
Maybe.
But like I Love Lucy. Lucille Ball's my favorite. Love her. Dick Van Dyke Show. Like, so TV was like a huge, huge part of my life, for real. Like, very big part of my life. I didn't.
Yeah.
George Lopez didn't start until we were like 20.
That's not true.
Thanks. I feel like that is true.
It's not true.
I love, you know what? Butler comes on here and spits the facts. By the way, guys,
it's not true.
Hold on a second. If you listen to last week's episode and Dana says that she didn't meet Oliver for like a month, right after we got off, I looked at my whole photo album and she met Oliver 12 days after he was born. Okay.
Oh my god.
Boom. Done.
That was like
only.
Hold on, I'm gonna try to find a picture and I'm gonna put it in here.
Oh, I did send it to you. Yeah.
You did.
It was December 12th. It said it.
It was.
Like he came home on December 3rd, so you do the math there. Less than 2 weeks.
Whatever.
And also definitely less than a month. But yeah. So TV for the kids. I feel like I'm being super loud because like I can't control my volume of my voice. And Will just like came out and he's like, shh. Shh. Shh.
It's okay.
He's laughing at me. But yeah, so TV is definitely a huge thing. And I think too, because like Will loves TV too. So like we're definitely TV people. And even though I really didn't want like Oliver to watch TV as much as I did.
Yeah.
Bro, when you're sitting at home with a baby, like you're bored. You're freaking bored out of your mind. And it's like they're just blobs sitting there. They're not doing anything yet. So what are you going to do? You're going to watch TV. I'm sorry. You just do. And I will say that YouTube is a whole nother beast rather than TV.
YouTube scares me.
YouTube is the devil.
Well, I don't know about that.
I mean, it's not the devil, but it is the devil. It is like, oh my gosh. First of all, no, I really do like, I used to really hate YouTube, like hated it. And then when I got super depressed and I was like trying to like function as a human being, I got really into YouTube and
so
doing
I
like
watch YouTube
stuff.
But yes, I don't think I would let. I wouldn't let Sophia watch. Well, I mean, okay, so she does, but I control what she watches.
Yeah. Well, wait until they're 6 and they can spell. My son is currently grounded from YouTube for an entire month. Because he has been being super shady and watch. So we approve at the people he's allowed to watch. Like Will watch some of the stuff. I'll watch some of the stuff. He has approved channels that he is allowed to watch. And when he's like at my mom's or something, like he'll just go into my mom's room and like watch YouTube. But I'll walk in and be like, hey bud, what are you watching? And he'll go, nothing. What do you mean? Dude, you know I can literally see all the history, right? I don't know how many times I have to tell him that. Like, I can see every single thing you watch. So he's in trouble right now. And I don't know, maybe put in the comments. Is that like an us thing? Or like, should we monitor it better? Or should I trust that my kid is going to listen a little bit better? I really don't know. Because YouTube, like, I'm going to tell you. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Yes. I feel like not using it at 24/7 is good.
Yeah, of course. So, like, when, man, Sophia, she wasn't even a year yet. And I was working in Butler. Like, I always work second shift, and then Butler was home. Yeah. So, like, I remember coming in and, like, Rugrats being on the tablet, and Sophia just bouncing in her chair, like, living her best life, watching Rugrats, but not understanding anything because she was literally not even 1 yet. Like, so, but
well,
it calmed her down, and she did a lot of, but like I also like I did a lot of nursery rhymes and like educational. Like, you can hate on Barney all you want, but she learned so much from Barney.
Yeah, I do think like like my aunt. So we were always at my aunt's house when we lived there. And my aunt would always put on these like ABC songs and these animal songs, and he loved them. He absolutely loved them, and he learned things from them. So it's like, okay, that's fine. But now that he's older, it's a little harder with the YouTube stuff. But school, and then I think to myself, like, okay, it's summertime. School starts in a week, right? Like, he doesn't get YouTube when school starts at all because we have such a like boom, 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 home from school, got to do homework because he can't. He has to do his homework first. We learned because if we let him do anything else, then he doesn't want to do his homework. He battles with us.
Yeah.
So it's like, and then it's like, dinner and then bath and then bed, like whatever. But that's like my biggie. That's my biggie is the TV and YouTube for sure. But you know what? Now with Jane, it's like so different because I don't even care. Like, I'm like, here you go. There you go. Like, I literally just don't even, I'm like, I do care, but like, I don't because he's fine. My kid is super smart. Like, he's a stinking genius. He'll come on here and tell you that. Those are his exact words. He's a stinking genius. So it's like,
yeah. I mean, Sophia still watches. Like, she's in the Blippi, which if you're a mom and you know what Blippi is, bless your heart, because that man,
Blippi is
he's wild. But
I'm so happy our Blippi phase
is.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
She knows what an excavator, and she can. Yeah. So that's mainly where she watches it. She watches it on YouTube, but like I control it, so she can't venture off into like. And the only reason she has a tablet, I don't want to say the only reason. It was like it's pretty much like it was gonna happen eventually. You know what I mean? Like she was gonna get a tablet eventually, but she broke her elbow, and my mom was like, "What is something to keep her kind of calm?" And we always said me and Mike always said, no tablet. And then finally it was just like, whatever. She broke her elbow. Let's see if it works. He was still against it, but I was like, whatever to keep her from like not ripping this cast off of her body. Yeah. So my mom got her one and she loves it. Within like the first week, she was matching shapes. Like she was barely 1. You know what I mean? Like she was matching
shapes. Stuff like ABC Mouse.
Colors. Yeah. Colors, shapes, numbers. Like she's, I don't know. It was, I think it was worth it. And she's still like, she's like so much. I don't know. I feel like it's, but I won't let her, like, if we go out to a restaurant, I don't let her have the tablet or my phone unless, like, it's a long wait. Like, if I know it's going to be a long wait, then I'll give it to her. But most of the time, I won't give it to her.
You're better than me. I'm like, here you go.
It's not for nothing. Usually, she's pretty good. Like, usually, she's, like, content. Like, she's like, just give me my
it's not even that. It's like, well, now too, it's like we have the baby. So it's if we decide to even go anywhere, because that's just hell on earth in itself. It's like, okay, well, here, just like I can't deal with 2. I can't. Like in public, it's just like it just is. Like it is. And you know what? Whatever. I just don't even care half the time. I'm just like, here. Or Will's like, here you go. Here's my phone, dude. Like, whatever. Play a game.
So you want... Yeah. I mean, tablets, TVs, I say go for it. As long as you're watching, because there are creepy people out there. There are weird shit that goes on the internet.
So one of the things we have to ban one of the things we have to ban is like TV shows on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like edited SpongeBob episodes or edited Peppa Pig. Do you remember a few years ago there was like that creepy Peppa Pig thing going on?
Yeah.
You didn't have a kid yet, so maybe you don't remember, but like there was like a creepy Peppa Pig thing going on, so we had to like completely ban any TV shows.
No, I remember something where like you're watching, like the kids were watching something, and then all of a sudden like like some kind of creepy character or something came on.
And they were scaring the shit out of kids.
Yeah, I was giving them nightmares and
my
stuff.
mom's not watching. Get smacked tomorrow.
Because you
bad word. It's a bad word.
I'm not
I curse all the time.
My mom either, so.
But if I curse in front of my mom, forget about it. Ooh, Oliver said the F word the other day. Ooh. So he was really mad. He hurt himself. And I could tell he just needed to get it out. So I was like, all right, bud, I'm going to let you say a bad word. But I thought he was going to say, what the F? Instead, he said the whole word. The whole word came out. And me and Will just looked at him and I was like, I wasn't expecting that. I did. When your 6-year-old just blurts out the F word, you're just like, I don't know what to do.
That gosh darn YouTube.
And then he's like, no, it's his gosh darn mom. That's what it is. It ain't YouTube. That's on me. But then he felt horrible. He's like, I feel like the worst kid ever. Santa's not gonna come for me. And I'm just like, I told you were allowed to say it. Although I didn't think you were gonna say it. But like, it's already done. It doesn't matter.
It's okay.
I'm drinking the rest of my wine.
That's fine.
So
I'm probably gonna inquire about another drink too, because I'm almost done. But
oh my gosh, I feel like I had like a whole list in my head. I should have wrote it all down. I'm an idiot. But do you remember how crazy I was about germs?
Oh my God, yes. That was like one of the first things I said to you. I said, I don't know how you're going to be a mom. You don't like boogers.
I don't. I was like, I'm super crazy. Like, I'm a nut job, in case anybody out there needs to know. I'm OCD, high anxiety, and crazy. So I remember I was pregnant, and me and Dana, we went to the mall for something, like Neshaminy. You remember?
Really?
We went there. I literally couldn't tell you what we went there for. I have the best memory, so whatever. But
you do.
We went to the mall. I do. I have such a good memory. I don't know why. It's my brain should honestly be fried, but whatever. So we went to the mall, and I remember there was like that little merry-go-round. Being a creep.
He filled my glass.
Oh, I love him.
Which means he was watching.
Because he's watching. You didn't even have to text him. He already knew.
Nope.
Husband of the year right there. Do you remember the like merry-go-round thing? And like, I was just like freaking out about it. I was pregnant. And you're like, oh no, this is going to be you. Like when you bring your kid to anything, you're going to be that mom that wipes everything down. Literally. That's you. It's not even me. I'm like, okay, whatever. Like literally didn't even care. My kid, like, you need germs, people. You need germs. But like, we all thought that I was going to be a lunatic. And I am to a certain extent. But like, dude, Jane tried to eat my flip-flop today. Oh my God. I didn't rinse her mouth out with soap, so whatever. It is what it is.
I'm literally
flip-flop away from her, but still.
I'm literally what we thought you were gonna be when it comes to that stuff, because I'm so bad with it, and it's not because like I get it, kids need germs, like whatever, but I'm just.
But you have like the COVID experience.
Yeah, like nobody I like. Well, I mean, I know people that got COVID, but I didn't want that even near us. Thank God. Knock on wood. You know, whatever. But yeah. So speaking of, the other day I was driving and I hear Sophia taking off her shoes. Like, she had like the Velcro, and I hear, you know, I'm like, whatever. And then like I'm just driving and she's talking back there, and I look over my shoulder and she has both shoes like phones, like the bottom on her face. I pulled over. I was like, get them off of your face. Do you know what you walk on? She was like, Mommy, I'm talking on the phone. I said, that is not a phone. That is not a phone. Get them off of your face. I'm like wiping her down. She was like, what? She was like so upset that I like caught her doing it. But I was like, you can't put your
I
shoes
am
on your
crazy
face.
about the
It's
washing your
disgusting.
hands. I'm super crazy about the washing your hands. Recently, Oliver's been like putting his feet near his mouth. And I'm like, bro, you're not a baby. But I think it's because like Jane does it.
Yeah.
But she's not like walking. So, you know, whatever. Her feet aren't disgusting. And that's how babies are. It's so cute when they put their little fat feet in their mouth. I love it. It's like my favorite thing they do. So I think he's more just like, well, she's cute when she does it. But like, you're not. I'm sorry, but it's gross if you do it. Like, I'm not trying to be mean, but it's not. No.
I mean,
but I don't know.
I go from one extreme to the other because there'll be times where like Sophia will drop like Cheerios on the floor, and next thing I know, she's eating them. So I'm just like, whatever. But that's at home. Like, I wouldn't let her drop them in the mall and then eat them. But
yeah, for sure.
You want to know?
No, I wouldn't let that happen either.
One of my biggest things that I said I would never do. Do you know what it is?
What?
Co-sleeping.
Bro. Same.
I said that will never be me. The baby will never sleep in the bed. Because you hear all those terrible things like, oh, I rolled over on my
baby.
Yeah.
First thought.
Guess who's been in my bed for 2 years?
Literally. Same. Well, we were like that too. No. And we were like that too. Like, Oliver had his space, because when we lived there, we had a 1-bedroom apartment. Listen, people, we don't have a house, whatever. Butler. But Oliver always had a crib. Our room was humongous there. And he always had a crib. And he slept in it. He did a really good job. And then he got sick. And I always tell Dana this, like, this is when it started. He was like 6 or 7 months old. He got super sick, and I was a wreck. Felt like I like couldn't sleep if he was across the room, because it was like, I don't know if he's breathing, right? Yeah. So he slept in between us at that point. And then after that, it was just like, that's where he was. Like, I was working at night and Will was working during the day. And there were some nights where I was working till like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. So it was just easier for Will to have him sleep next to him. Like, whatever. And then when we moved here, I was working 3rd shifts. So again, Will's the one who is putting him to bed at night. So it's easier for Will to have him sleep next to him. And then it got to the point where Oliver would start off in his bed and then boop, 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 in the middle of the night, come into our room. So, I mean, now he's in his room 100% of the time, but, Jane is in our bed. So it's like, I think we have gotten maybe 3 months of like alone sleeping, but not really, because I was pregnant. So
yeah. Yeah. Well, that's kind of what happened. So I don't know when Sophia. So okay, I'm crazy. Whatever. We all know this. When she came home from the hospital, like after the NICU and stuff, we stayed upstairs. It was in March. So it was still like decent weather, wasn't too hot, whatever. Then I realized how needy a newborn baby in the middle of the night was. And my needy baby only liked warm milk. So it's not like I could prep bottles and then bring them up. Like, I needed to go downstairs, make the bottle, warm it up, bring it upstairs. I was a zombie. I don't know how many times I freaking fell up and down the steps, like half asleep, because you just get the baby to sleep, and then that 2-hour mark, she wants to eat. So eventually, once the warmer weather came and my air conditioner wasn't put in yet, we stayed down in the living room. Like, I brought her pack and play down. I put her in like the top thing, like the little bassinet thing, and then we stayed in the living room. So everything was right there, like the kitchen's right there, whatever. Then we came back upstairs, and she went into her crib. She was doing well in her crib, and then she got sick. Same thing. She got sick. And I was like, first time she got sick,
we let them lick things.
Breathing. Yeah, right? I let her eat the damn Cheerios off the floor. But she was in between me and him, and he was like, this is awful because I'm afraid I'm going to roll on her, whatever. So she got sick. We got over that. We got her back in her bed. Then, all of a sudden, she randomly breaks her elbow in the middle of the night. We still don't know how it happened. We think her arm got caught in her blanket and she pulled it out of its socket, because it wasn't broken. It was like swollen. Like, there was fluid on the elbow. I don't know. Whatever. That's another story.
That was so scary.
So then it was so scary. So then I was like, you're going to sleep in the bed with me again. So she did. She slept in the bed with us. And then after that, after a while, I was like, all right, I'm tired of getting punched in the face by Cass. Let's go back to your crib, which she did fine. And then she got sick again. And I was still, worried about it. So she came back into the bed. And then I think we got her back into her crib. It was like a back and forth thing. We got her back into her crib, and then she woke up in the middle of the night, or she woke up at some point, said she was scared of her room, that there was a giraffe in her room. And then ever since then, she's been in our bed. And like, I've tried numerous times to get her back. And nap time, she's fine. So I like tried to recreate nap time. I put a lamp on. I've put starry lights in her room. She has a sound machine. Goes down nice. But when it's nighttime and I do all the same things, she still has an issue with it. So I don't know. She's afraid of her room. What am I supposed to do there? The other night I messed up though. I messed up bad. So she was bad. She didn't have a nap because we were at Rompy all day. And then I came home and I was like, it's too late for a nap because then you'll be up all night. So she was just being bad. She was just being a kid, an overtired kid. So yeah, I'm like, that's it. I change her, I put her in her jammies, and I throw her in her crib. She cries for like 5 minutes. And then she's laying down. I don't hear her. And I'm like, okay. Then I'm like, man, I feel bad. I kind of like put her to bed like out of anger. It wasn't even 7:00 yet. I'm like, man, I feel really bad. Like, this sucks. So I went to just go check on her to see if she was asleep. And like, she heard the door creak open. She looked at me. I like shut the door really fast. And then she was crying ever since. Mom.
That was it.
It's like, yeah. We almost had her. But my thing is she probably would have fell asleep and then woke up in the middle of the night, hysterical, like realizing that she's in her room and not with me. And then it would have been game over and we would have been up from like 3 a.m. on. Like, it would have happened for sure.
Yeah, probably. For sure.
Yeah. Sophia is currently sleeping in my room right now. while I'm in here.
Well, mine's in her pack and play, but yeah, same. She's in our
She won't
room.
even do that. She won't even do that. She has to, and like we all know that she's super attached to me. So it's probably my fault. I don't know. She wants mommy snuggles. That's what she says. Mommy snuggle. Mommy snuggle. I was like, okay, I'll snuggle.
I put up a
She's only little once. Oh, it was April. April the giraffe. I look at it this way. They're only little ones. They only want to snuggle you for a short amount of time, and then they turn into teenagers that hate you. So I'm going to take it now. You know?
Well, I mean, hey, at least your kid likes you, because Will had Oliver all the time because I was working third shifts. So he hated me. He did not like me. He didn't. He didn't like me. He didn't like me. Don't let her lie to you, people. He didn't like me. She knows it. Facts on facts.
He didn't like me. Remember that?
Anybody. He only liked guys for a while. But that's because he was always with his daddy. But yeah, I mean, totally fine. It is what it is. You gotta do what you gotta do, bro. And that's what it comes down to at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I was just gonna put that.
If you can,
it's hard.
Don't let her in your bed. Just keep her out of
Don't do
it.
Listen,
stay strong
for real.
Because once she's in, she's in.
They're not going. They're not leaving. They're there forever. It took
I think
me
she's gonna be 10 still in my bed.
No, that's not true. But I think literally Oliver kept sneaking into our room with us until I was like 6 months pregnant because he was kicking me.
Yeah.
And I remember like waking up because he kicked me and I was like, you can't be in here anymore. And then once he realized that, he was just like, all right, can't be in here anymore.
Yeah. Literally just ignore it.
It's hard. It's so hard.
Especially when they're
because
like,
you don't want to ignore your kids.
Yeah. You don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if she's in a safe spot and she's fed, clean, changed, all the stuff, just let her, just comfort her, go in, rub her head, tell her it's okay, you're fine. Like, she'll go to sleep. She will go to sleep eventually.
So there's this comment too.
I
did try this.
Yeah. Not a mattress, but again, the pack and play, or mostly the pack and play didn't work. She wanted to be next.
So basically, we invested in. So since Oliver was like, so I was a lot easier this time around. Like Jane was laying in our bed right away because I was just like, you know what, she'll be okay. It's fine. Like Oliver slept in bed with us too. Now Oliver didn't really start sleeping in bed with us until he was like 6 months old, was moving around, whatever. But this time I was like, look, she's going to sleep and we all need to sleep. If we don't sleep, like, it's just not going to be good. So she's been in our bed with us. We bought one of those insert thingy. Those, what are they? The bassinets for your bed.
Yeah.
So we bought one of those, and she's been sleeping in that since like 2 months old, maybe. So somebody gave us one, and it was like really big. So we got like a smaller one. But yeah, and that's what she sleeps in the pack and play. She loves it. It's like a nice little pillow with like a bigger pillow around it. If you haven't ever seen them, they have them on Amazon. They're really not that expensive either. And they're honestly a really good investment if co-sleeping is something you want to do. We just learned that we would sleep better. That was what it came down to. It was like our sanity or everyone's going to be miserable and crazy. And we have 2 kids to think about, not just one. So for us, it's like Oliver was going to school. We had to get him up for school. So,
So this comment right here. Oh, this one.
Just want to be the right without it, but also scared.
I was always scared that I would never hear her, but I always heard her. You think that you won't hear her, but your mom, like, instincts kick in. You'll hear her. I promise you'll hear her. Because I was the same way. Like, when I go to sleep, when I sleep, I sleep. And if you are that scared, you can always set an alarm for like 2 hours, 3 hours, and just go check on her. Because it's easier for you to fall back to sleep than you to sleep with a baby in your bed. Because you still won't sleep. I promise you. You won't sleep.
Yeah.
Like, you think sometimes it's easier, sometimes it's not. Because I'm constantly like, is a pillow on her head? Am I squishing her? Is my blanket over her head? Is she gonna fall off the bed? Like, I'm always worried. Like,
and I think too, it's like
okay.
That's why we got the bassinet thing.
Yeah.
Because it's like she's in her own little space in our bed. So I know that we're not going to roll over on her. Right?
Yeah.
And she's down far enough so that she isn't getting a pillow on her.
Right.
So that was like, we just knew that it was going to be better for us. Everybody's different though. Yeah. Like with Oliver, never ever was I about that life. Like I hated it. I hated it. He was literally, like, I'm telling you, 6 months pregnant. He's 5.5 years old at this point, still coming into our room. Like, it was not, and we didn't enjoy it. And I mean, now too, I think like Jane will sleep in her pack and play most of the time. She is going through like this like weird thing right now, and especially the other night she had night terrors, which was awful. Yeah. Me and Will were both awake. She's screaming her face off for like an hour. We could not calm her down. Yeah. She wouldn't open her eyes. It's so scary. If you've never dealt with night terrors, it's horrible. But yeah, I think it just really depends on you and like what honestly, you need as a parent too.
Right. That's what I was going to say. You got to do what's best for you. At the end of the day, whatever best for you and your child, that's what you're going to do. If co-sleeping is it, then co-sleep. If you think that you're going to get the best night's sleep that way, then do it. Because at the end of the day, you need to be rested. Your baby needs to be rested. Everybody needs to be rested because you can't be a good mom if you're tired.
No.
Not saying that you're going to be a bad mom. But yeah, you're going to get frustrated easily. You're going to, whatever. It's just, and there's no just, like, right or wrong way. Just do what you have to do. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, agree. That's how I feel agree with that. I think that co-sleeping is such a big thing for a lot of people.
Yeah. And I was terrified to tell my pediatrician that she was sleeping. Like, I'd be like, oh, no, she's never in her own room. Like,
never did.
Because you hear so many horror stories, but
well, and they sit there and they tell you all the time, like, no, don't do this, blah 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 blah. Yeah. But it's like sometimes you just don't have a choice.
Right. Period. End of story. Do what's best for you.
Yeah,
that's all I got. That's what I got for you.
And for the dads too, they got to do what's best for them. Yeah. You can't It's hard because I think that's something like me and Will always struggled with was like, oh, well, you're just doing it because you don't want to hear him cry or whatever. But at the same time, it's like, you just got to do what's going to get you through the night. It's hard either way. It's hard either way until they're a little bit bigger. But I mean, there are still nights like maybe like once a week where Oliver wakes up and he's like, hey, can somebody come snuggle with me? Because he knows he can't come lay in bed with us. But now it's like a special thing. If we're like, no, bud, you can come lay with us. Like your sister stayed asleep all night. She's not in our bed. So like, why don't you come snuggle? But
I'll never forget. I was always afraid of thunderstorms. I would grab my pillow and my blanket and just go lay on my parents' floor. Like they would wake up in the morning and be like, where did she come from? And I just like be content laying on. Like I feel like I was older too. Like it is what it is. Sometimes you just, you want to snuggle with your mom.
Oh yeah, for sure.
100%. That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. I still like to snuggle with my mom, and I'm 32. Yeah. Sometimes I just want a mommy snuggle.
Yeah. I think this is what I have to. Girl, with your traumatic birth, we agree. If you watched our previous episode, you'll know that we had traumatic births, and we agree. We understand. We totally get it. I'm awful. Still like that. Yeah, like I still want her close to me all the time. It's scary.
Yeah. And me, I'm like, okay, when's school starting? I'm at that point.
Yeah. She's a mom of two, so she's already experienced the stress, and now she's kind of just living her best life. Me, I'm with you. I'm the same exact way. Trust me. Yeah. You're not alone when it comes to that stuff. And if you ever need to talk, I'm available. You can message me.
Oh yeah. Dana is awesome when it comes to everything. I'm okay. Thanks. I'm a little hard. I'm a little blunt.
Amber will tell you what it's like. I will listen to you and feel your feelings for you.
I'll feel your feelings with you, but like I don't know.
Yeah, but then you'll be like, all right, suck it up, get over it, and I'll be a little bit more
have I been that way? You are more compassionate. I'm more like life sucks, get a helmet deal. I'm also
that's okay. That's why we're best friends, because we balance each other out. She'll be like, she is a G. You're right. She's a G.
I'm all right.
I'm a softie. It's okay. We all know that. It's all right.
Listen. It's okay. My wine is gone and I'm upset about it, but I should probably not drink anymore. Something else, not that I thought I wouldn't do, but I thought I would do as a mom, is like go out more. But like, me, I'm literally scared to leave my house. I don't freaking leave my house. I don't leave my house.
I always thought I'd be the mom that'd be like, all right, we're going to go to the park and we're going to go to the mall. But this world is so screwed up. I ain't leaving my house.
I don't go anywhere alone.
I don't even feel safe in my house sometimes.
Okay, maybe not.
I'm just going to say
that. I don't know.
I live in Philly. There's like gunshots left and right around here nowadays.
All the time.
It's just terrible.
Bro, there's shootings all the time. I remember there was a shooting down the street from your house 2 years ago, and it was on my feed. Yes. Never leave your house unless you have to. 100%. 100%. I tell Dana all the time, you need friends that aren't 500 miles away.
Yes. You know what sucks though? That having a child, especially a toddler, 2+, when they can kind of talk and stuff, makes you so not antisocial. And what I mean by that is that everybody wants to come up and talk to you and be like, your kid's so cute. And so I'm forced to talk to people now because my kid's so damn cute.
Your
so
kid
I can't
cute,
be antisocial.
One of these days we'll have to do an episode on the differences when people come up to you in Philly versus when people come up to you in North Carolina. Because let me tell you this.
Old people, they're like, oh my God.
Yeah, but in Philly, when I lived in Philly or literally, if anybody came up to me saying anything, my guard is immediately up. I'm like, yo, back up. You're in my personal space. You need to stop. What do you want from me?
Yeah.
Are you trying to snatch my kid? You better back up. Don't come this close to my shopping cart. Who are you?
The other day I was wearing, I don't remember even what t-shirt I was wearing, but some guy came, was walking by, and he was like, oh, I was in my car, and he was like, oh, your t-shirt, thumbs up, and I was like, uh-huh, and I locked my car doors. That's me. And he was just he just walked away slowly. I was like, I'm gonna drive away now.
No, you're not human trafficking me, sucker. I don't think so.
Not today. Ain't getting me.
I'm done.
Not today.
But I did. I thought that I would be like you remember me talking to you and being like, I want my kids to have such a schedule. Because, well, first of all, I thought I would only have one kid. But I was like, I want my kid to be in soccer at 2 years old. And I want my kid to do this. And I want my kid to do that. And then it was like, bro, he didn't even go to the zoo until he was 5. Like,
oh my God.
We didn't even take him to the zoo. But you know why? I don't like random people coming so close to or watching us either. Yeah, no.
Don't let anybody touch your baby.
No.
There are germs out there. Don't let them touch your baby.
It happens. So
if you missed that part of the episode, rewind.
Germs. COVID.
Monkeypox now, whatever.
But there's seriously like, I think there were so many people who had like babies around us. Like my sister had a baby right before us. Our friend from Wawa had a baby right before me. And it was like they were taking their kids to the zoo. And I'm like, yo, it's a potato. Why are you taking it to the zoo? Dude, your baby doesn't know what's happening. Why are you taking it out? Like, that was me though. And I don't care. People can come for me. I don't care.
Oh my God. Literally me.
Like, seriously. But no, like, for real. Oliver still hasn't. He just went to the zoo for his cousin's birthday, who is what she was turning 1? Yeah, she was turning 1. We went to the zoo for her birthday. She's 2 now, so over a year ago. That was the first time he was at the zoo ever. Like, I'm over here going, la, 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 let's take Jane to the zoo. It's just crazy how your mind shifts, but you think also about the older kid. So it's like, I feel like the younger kids get to do more fun stuff because you have an older kid. So that's how I think about, like, I'm the oldest out of my siblings. So, like, I feel like they got to do more fun things because I was older and my mom had to think about us as a whole, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. But no, literally, I judged people so hard. I'm not going to lie. I really did. I'm like, yo, you're taking your month-old baby to Disney World? For what reason? For what reason?
Oh, no,
Who's going on the rides? Nobody.
No. Disney World's like a big, like, I want to take Sophia. I mean, eventually.
Yeah. We'll go.
But I want her to be old enough. Yeah, I want her to be old enough to, like, remember, you know? We just took her to the beach. Well, we took her to the beach last year for the first time. She loved it. But this year, we've gone twice. And, like, literally, it's so cute watching her at the beach. Like, I love it. Like, she has the best time of her life. Last September, we took her to the zoo for the first time. And she had, like, the greatest time ever.
But she's not a month old.
No, she's not a month old. She was over a year. She knew her animals. She said, "Hey, Mom, that's a monkey." She was afraid of monkeys, but that's a different story. Listen, the second mom things, like, or the second kid thing seems to be like, your second kid's gonna live their best life. Your first child's gonna be like, who's this parent?
No,
it's not mine.
Legit. No, for real. But I think it's also because, like, okay, so, like, I was the oldest, right? And it's like, when my mom started letting me take public transportation, it was like my brother and sister could take public transportation too. And I'm like, bro, I'm 15 years old. They're 12. Like, what do you mean right now? What's happening right now? That, like, they're on the same level as me. What do you mean? So I totally get that 100%. It's like,
I'm an only child.
I had to work for it. I had to work for it, bro. I had to work for it. Yo, any fun that they ever had as teenagers is thanks to me. They should be texting me right now going, thank you. Any trouble they got in, that's all them. Don't talk to me. Don't come for me on that. Okay?
Oh my God.
No. Because we were all bad.
I can say the same thing, though, from mom to grandparent, because my mom, the things that she says, like, Sophia, oh, like, you know, whatever, I could never get away with. I could never get it. Like the other day when she was so tired, she was playing in the cat food and the water and his water, and I was like, Sophia, like I yelled at her because you don't play with his food, and my mom was like, why are you yelling at her? She's tired. I said, Mom, if that was me, you would be whooping my ass. Okay?
It doesn't matter,
I don't
Dana.
even want to hear it.
It doesn't matter
no,
because we're not their kids.
Yes, you would have.
We're not their kids. They're not their kids. I mean, like, my mom treats the Oliver and I hate not having my glasses on. I feel so weird. Oliver and Jane, they can do no wrong in her eyes. I promise. It doesn't matter. My mom tells me all the time, it's a different kind of love.
Yeah.
It's a different kind of love. That's what she says all the time.
It's okay.
It is what it is.
We know you grandparents out there. You're just here to spoil them. Fill them up with sugar and then send them back to their parents. See you. I see all of you.
No, my mom is tough. Like,
your mom
doesn't
tough.
play. My mom is tough, dude. But
if you're watching, you scare me a little bit. Just a little bit. Like,
she's scary. Your mom's scary too, but like, mom's a little scary. But listen, when you raise kids like basically on your own, you got to be tough. So,
hell yeah,
whatever. But let me tell you, like, my mom will punish Oliver in 2 seconds flat, but it takes some time. Like, he's got to really make her mad.
Same.
For real. And she does always tell me, you're being so mean to him. Why do you talk to him?
Yes.
Meh. I'm like, I don't know. Why do you talk to me like that?
I know, right?
Like, who did I learn it from? What do you mean? Oh, so crazy. Whatever. An episode will be, I think maybe, well, I don't know if your mom will come on. My mom will 100% come on.
She's so not come on.
Your mom won't come on. My mom will. But she will be like, we'll talk about the differences because there's so many.
I would love to
Mom, you can't say that. No, my mom and me were going to do a podcast together too. And then when I told her we were doing one, she's like, that's rude. We were supposed to do one together. And I'm like, well, you work all the time. So she literally works all the time.
That's okay. She can always come on here whenever she wants.
But it's literally us arguing. We argue nonstop. Like, it's just us arguing. About everything. I'd be like, Mom, you can't say that. Like, you can't say that anymore. Like, this is not 1985. Like, you can't say that anymore. And she's just like, this is stupid. All the kids are snowflakes. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't know how to respond to you. And that's really, like, at the end of the day, what this is about. Like, we were raised so different than the way we raise our kids, but also we raise our kids a lot in the same way.
Yeah.
I feel like that's, like, just a good note to end it on. I'm a little too tipsy to continue. I'm not going to lie. Dana froze. She's done.
Okay, well, I guess we'll just stop talking now. I had other things to talk about, but whatever.
What? Tell me.
Oh. No, you want to.
No.
Listen.
I think you shouldn't have had that. Look, I see you.
What am I doing?
I see your glossy eyes.
Girl, I've been up since 5:30.
Bro, same. My kid woke up at 5:30.
I didn't take my car. No, well, I had to take my car to get inspected. So I had my dad drive me. Well, I drove to the place. Then he followed. Then I took him to work. And then by the time I got home, it was almost 7 o'clock. And Sophia wakes up at 7 o'clock. So I was just like, I'm not going to go back to sleep. It's been a day.
Same. I think we're just, like, tired and the wine just went. Boop.
I mean, I'm good. I'm good to go. But if you would like to end it, we can end it.
Well, what else do you want to talk about?
I got 2 more. I said that I would never have a picky eater, and I sure as hell have a picky eater. She didn't even eat dinner tonight.
My kid lives off of chicken nuggets and pizza. Well, nothing else.
Sophia would always
toast
eat, and like she hit 2. She hit 2, and she was like, "Not boycotting that shit. Not gonna eat. I'm not eating no more." She'll chew it. I'll be like, "All right, you gotta like at least eat this piece." So she'll chew it and then spit it out. I'll be like, "I'm done." I'm like, "No, it has to go into your stomach. Like you have to swallow it." She's like, "No, I ate it." I'm like, "No, you chewed it." There's a difference. You didn't eat it. You chewed it.
That's so crazy.
And then sometimes she'll eat everything in sight. She like goes through like weird like phases. Like she'll either eat everything or not eat at all. It's so weird.
Yeah, that's like 2 though. That's 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in like a normal phase. Like there were times where like literally Oliver would just eat off of 1 plate of food for like the whole day.
Yeah.
And my mom and my grandma would just be like, just leave it there. Just leave it. He's gonna just go back to it in an hour.
Like the good vegetables she won't eat, but she'll eat like peas. Like ew. Who likes peas? Yeah.
You're freaking
Mommy, these are good. No, they're not. I love vegetables and I don't even like peas. And
I
corn.
don't like peas either. And I love vegetables too. I like corn.
Corn's not one of my favorites.
Oh, I want a corn fritter.
I like they are good. I like corn on the cob.
Yes, I love a corn fritter.
Like in a lot of butter and salt.
I like all corn. Oh, I just saw a recipe for Cajun corn today. I was thinking about making it.
I saw that too.
Maybe, did you share it? Because maybe I saw it on Facebook.
No, I didn't share it. And I just got super loud. I'm sorry, headphone users, if I like just scream. Like I felt myself be loud. I'm so sorry. I apologize. It's the wine. This is what we're here for. We're whining. Mom's time to wine.
I'm done. I'm done.
Maybe I am drunk. Like, I don't know.
I'm literally done. I don't have any more to drink. I have Trulies, but I'm good.
This is why I don't
like rosé though.
I do like
because it makes you feel good. It's a nice buzz. She hates. Look at your face. All right, guys, we're signing off because Dana's gone.
We're done.
We're done.
I'm not. I think you're projecting yourself onto me, and I don't appreciate it. I am still coherent. Thank you very much. Everybody stopped commenting, so I think we scared everybody away.
I think so. I think when I was like, I'm lit, like it's time to go. Bye. What are we going to talk about next week?
I don't know. What do you want our episode? We have to promote it. Promote.
I don't know, people. We'll see you next Thursday. Say bye, Dana.
Wait, we got to tell them to like stuff and share stuff. Okay, so here we go. Here's our outro. I don't know. Join us next Thursday, 10 p.m. For a topic that is unknown currently, but we will let you know on Facebook and Instagram. Follow us there. And make sure you share. You can follow our personal pages. They're floating around there somewhere too. And
yeah, Dana takes care of all of that stuff.
I am. I'm like, I pretty much run the social medias, but it's okay. I don't have nothing to do all day. Amber has 2 kids. I have one that kind of takes care of herself a little bit. Yeah, 2 jobs. Yeah. So if you have any comments or questions or a topic you might want us to talk on.
Hey, or if you want to come on and join us, we would love it.
Yes, we are looking for a guest. We would like somebody to come talk with us.
Listen, here's some
Mom,
topics.
Dad, parent, grandparent. We don't care. We just want somebody to talk to us.
Yeah, anybody.
Anybody is welcome.
Let us know. Email us. Message us, TikTok, message us. I don't know. I don't do any of that stuff. That's all Dana.
Yeah. Twitter, Amber's favorite.
I I literally
don't know what she has against Twitter, but
I don't even understand it. I mean,
so, I don't. Butler's Michael is into it.
I don't know how to respond.
I wonder if he's still watching. He hasn't commented in a while. Whatever. Okay, off top. We're drifting. We are drifting. We need to go.
Bye. Have a good night.
Bye, guys.
See you next week.
See you next week.
We love you.